In 1942, the Philippines collapsed. Over 60,000 American and Filipino troops were forced onto the Bataan death march. For days, prisoners were denied food and water, beaten with rifle butts, stabbed with bayonets, and executed if they stumbled. Some were forced to dig their own graves before being shot. Others were decapitated by samurai swords for sport. Prisoners were burned alive, run over by trucks, or tied to trees and left to die in the sun. The brutality was relentless. Sadism carried out by ordinary Japanese soldiers, and the cruelty didn't end with the march. Survivors who made it to prison camps faced starvation, disease, and more executions. Some were even shipped to Manchuria, where they became victims of grotesque human experiments in secret Japanese laboratories. The man who oversaw much of this horror? Colonel Tsuji Masanobu, an extremist officer who encouraged massacres and POW executions along the route. Yet after the war, Tsuji escaped justice, hiding in Southeast Asia before returning to Japan and reinventing himself as a politician. He died free, while his victims were left in graves across Bataan. What makes this worse is that Washington knew Japanese captivity was a death sentence. Reports from China had already exposed Japan's sadism against POWs, cruelty far beyond what German forces inflicted on Western captives. But under the Europe First policy, the Philippines was sacrificed anyway, and for what? In North Africa, the first test of Europe First, US troops showed poor leadership and inexperience, suffering humiliating defeats like Kasserine Pass. Thousands abandoned in Asia died, only so America could stumble in its opening battles against Germany. Did Europe First really win the war faster? Historians still debate it, but the survivors of Bataan knew one thing. They were written off, abandoned to the worst horrors of Japanese cruelty, while their tormentors like Tsuji Masanobu walked free.